Sophia makes a pattern below. Find and explain her pattern. Then draw the fifth figure in her pattern. So in the first figure, she has 1, 2 and 3. So there is one row of 3. In the second figure, she has one row of 3 and also another row of 3. In the third figure, she has one row of 3, 2 rows of 3 and 3 rows of 3. In the fourth figure, she has one row of 3, 2 rows of 3, 3 rows of 3 and 4 rows of 3. So now we can guess how the fifth figure will look like, because if you see in the first figure, second figure, third figure and fourth figure, what Sophia has done is she had added one row of 3 to each of the figures. So in the first figure there is one row, in the second figure there is 2 rows of 3, and then the third figure there is 3 rows of 3, and in the fourth figure there is 4 rows. So in the fifth figure there must be 5 rows. Let me draw one row of 3, 2 rows of 3, 3 rows of 3, 4 rows of 3 and 5 rows of 3. So this is the pattern that she follows. So in the final statement we have to explain it and write it as Sophia adds one row of 3 to each figure. The fifth figure has 5 rows of 3. The shaded figure below is made up of 2 rectangles. Find the total area of the shaded figure. The shaded figure is shown in blue color. So the shaded area that is blue is made up of 2 rectangles. So you can see the partition line over here. Can you see the partition over here? Yes. So that is the partition that separates the shaded area and makes it into 2 rectangles. So to find the total area of the shaded figure, we have to find the area of both the rectangles and add it together. So we have to find first the area of rectangle A, and then we have to find the area of rectangle B. We know that the area of a rectangle formula is A equals length times width. The length of the first rectangle, let me see, the side length is 6 units. So length is 6 units times width. Width is 1, 2, 3 and 4 is 4 units. So we know that 6 times 4 is 24 and units times unit is square units. So the total area of the first rectangle A is 24 square units. Next, let us find the area of the rectangle B. The formula is area equals length times width. So the length is 2 units. So this is the side length of the rectangle B. So this is the rectangle B that we have to find the area. So the side length is 2 units and the other side length is 8 units. So the length is 2 units and the width is 8 units. So we know that 2 times 8 is 16 and units times units is square units. So finally, let us add the total area of rectangle A with rectangle B. So when we add rectangle A to rectangle B, we get 24 square units plus 16 square units. We get 40 square units. So the total area of the shaded figure is 40 square units. So what we have learned here is, we have learned to find the area of the shaded figure. To find the area of the shaded figure, first we have to partition it if there is no partition, and make it into two separate rectangles so that we can find the area of the first rectangle, then find the area of the second rectangle. Finally, add the area of the first rectangle and the second rectangle together so that we can find the total area of the shaded figure.